Are you tired of working Monday to Friday, only to wake up on a Saturday morning and dread your weekend as well because you've got the whole house to clean? In this video, I am going to tell you how I got out of this rat race. So stay tuned. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my positive space. If you're new to this channel, my name is Iraya, aka Mrs. A. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I am going to talk about how you can keep on top of a tidy home if you have a busy schedule. So I have got 6 things down that I'm going to run through it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first thing that I wrote down is mindset. Yes, mindset has got a lot to do with this. And I put that think of cleaning as a useful task that will benefit you now or later. So more often than not, when we have a lot of cleaning to do, it feels really overwhelming. And it's quite easy for us to slip into that thought of, oh my God, it's a chore. It's too much to do. It's draining. It's overwhelming. And yes, rightly so, it can't feel that way if we have that thought in our head. But when we think of it as a task that will be of benefit to us, it doesn't feel dreadful, if you know what I mean. It's just like being unwell and a doctor asks you to take medication. Whether you moan, whether you whinge, whatever you do, you need that medication to get well. So if you think of it like, right, I need to take this meds because it's good for me, then you're going to take it with some kind of positivity. It's not going to be a painful thing to do because your mindset is in the right place. So if we think about cleaning that way, it definitely helps. It goes a long way. And I'm going to go into how the mindset will actually tie into the practicality of it. So that's the first one. Number 2, identify the most important place that you want to keep clean and keep on top of it. This is very important because one of the reasons why cleaning can become very overwhelming is that a lot of the times, and well, I can speak for myself, I definitely had this habit of wanting to attack the whole house. Trust me, it's like pulling teeth. If you have a lot of work to do, aside everything else, all your other activities or tasks, and you want to really tackle from scratch every single time, it's hard work. So in every home, there should be a place where you always want to keep clean. For me, it's my kitchen worktop. When my kitchen worktop is clean, when it's sort of clear, like the dishes are washed, put away, nicely wiped down, I feel like the kitchen is clean. But when I've got clutter on it, I feel like the whole house is dirty. So definitely my kitchen worktop is one of those. So you pick these things, the areas that you want to have clean, and make sure that you keep on top of it. It has to be practical. It has to be something that you can do within a reasonable amount of time. So where is that place that you want to keep clean? Think about it. When that place is tidy, you're not going to feel like, oh, my house is an absolute mess, because these areas that are important to you are done. Okay, let's move on to number 3. I've put use time-saving techniques. So take advantage of using pockets of time to complete a quick task, like giving the shower a quick clean whilst you are in the shower bathing, or give the sink a quick clean, when you're in the bathroom. So this is one of the things that has helped me a lot. Instead of Saturday morning wanting to clean the whole bathroom, what I tend to do is I've got some cleaning products in the bathroom and my sponge. So when I'm bathing, I make it a point, like a quick, 3, 4, 5 minutes maximum. Just give the shower nice clean, rinse it over, and whilst I'm out of the shower, the shower is clean. Okay. Same with the sink. This actually transitions smoothly to my next point, which is taking advantage of dead time. So dead time is that transition period where you're actually waiting for a particular task to be completed. There is usually when you're not actually actively doing anything with that task. So it could be something like putting something in the microwave and waiting for it to be done, having food in the oven, being on a long call. Sometimes you call, the doctors or whatever, and they put you on hold and you're waiting. That is your dead time. So waiting on that phone for like 30 minutes or whatever is just a complete waste of time if you have to sit there doing nothing. Find something to do. Get the laundry, shove it in the washing machine, put it on. Take the dishes that you've washed, dry it, and put it away. So that is your dead time. So if you want to keep on top of your tidiness of your home, always think about this. The moment you hit your dead time, use that time to do something. Listening to something about cleaning. But when I listened to the video, the person said, people who have tidy homes, people who have clean homes, do not clean once a week. And I was like, boom, that is it. This is it. This is not to say that I was always cleaning once a week, but I had a thought in my head that come that weekend, I give the house a proper, run. I've literally turned the house upside down, giving it a good clean. I used to think that once I've done that, then it really should stay for a bit. But the worst thing that normally happens with when you do that one cleaning and kind of leave it for a while, hoping it will last, is that by the time you get to the weekend, the mess is worse. You're back to square one. What we don't want is coming back to square one. What we actually want is to keep on top of the cleaning so that the home, you don't have to spend all your time cleaning, or the home doesn't almost always look untidy, if that makes sense. Once the home is clean, if you find a way of keeping on top of it, it almost always looks clean. The next one that I've got here is give everything in your home a place. This is so important. And this is your golden nuggets. If you think about it this way, when kids play at home and they throw things around and you come around, the place looks actually worse than it possibly could be because things are out of place. It's the same analogy. If you do not put things where they are supposed to be, the house is going to be a mess. Pick a pot, do not put it back where you picked it. It's going to be one thing that is out of place. And so you have the pot here, you have the cup here, you have the spoon here. Maybe the kids have played around, thrown some, color pencils on the floor. The whole place looks messy. So giving things a place is so important. So the moment you start throwing your shoes around places, putting, the pillow is not lying on the bed, it's lying on the floor. That is it. You're done. The house is a mess. Okay? So just make sure if you find that something has moved out of place, just pick it and put it back. If everybody's doing this, you will find that more often than not, your living space is quite clean and tidy. You do not live in your house alone. You don't, which means you do not make the mess alone. The worst culprits are kids. Oh yes, children are the worst culprit when it comes to creating a mess and not wanting to take responsibility. So, if you live with kids, this is for you. And if you live with a partner or a husband or a boyfriend or whoever, this is for you as well. So, have a meeting. And I've done this in my house. I had a meeting. I called the hubby and I called the kids. This is the situation, okay? I need you guys to come on board with me to keep the home clean because I'm not the only one who lives here. When we keep the home clean, and especially for the kids, listen, give them reasons why it's so important and let them know how it's going to benefit them. So for my ones, I said to them, look, do you realize mommy's cleaning the kitchen every weekend? They're like, yes. I'm like, okay, if you want me to go with you to the park and run around, then you need to make sure that you're doing your part of the job. You clean the house. It's nice and clear. Weekends, we can get out and go and play around. We can go and sit somewhere, have a meal, whatever. But if you don't clean it, I'm going to spend the whole time cleaning it and we will not get to go out. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, they want to go out. So that is like, trust me, mine worked like magic. This is it. We all have, a part to play in it. I said to my husband. Now, this was a serious meeting. Like, don't get me wrong. You're not going to be sitting there, be smiling and be laughing. I was serious. I had my look. Okay, like I'm serious. Okay, we're talking business now. Nobody is mucking around here. And it was taken really well. Both my husband and the kids, they took it really well. Guess what? After the meeting, my husband quickly allocated areas to the kids. So this is the importance of getting people on board, okay? Get people that you live with to be on board. Otherwise, you are going to be drained, okay? Otherwise, you're going to run down. You're not the only one creating the mess, so everybody else gets in. For the kids, if you have younger kids at home, make it fun. Things like, who can do this the quickest? Or whoever does that will get this. Right, let's do this. When we get this done, we're going here and there, and they love it. Right, enough of that one. Oh, yes, I better not forget, very important, talking about the kids. So there was this thing about gender, okay, boys and girls, if you have boys and girls. We tend to give the girls more task and the boys less task. Now, this is an issue, okay? I think the awareness is there now, so a lot of people are thinking about it. But if you haven't thought of this, if you have boys and girls, make sure that you are not giving the girls too much task and leaving the boys to relax. This is a big problem for society because we're raising boys, they're going to be leaders, they're going to be men at home. Yes, if they are lazy, they're going to be worrying somebody's girl child. I could go on about that. So let's move on to the next point. And that is actually my final point. That is, try a power hour. So power hour or power time is when you kind of put, let's say, you put a timer on, you say 1 hour, I'm doing a clean. If an hour is too long, you can do half an hour, you can do 15 minutes. The good thing about this power hour is that it gives you a direction. You know that whatever you're doing is time bound. So you're okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get it done in an hour and then I can go and do this. So you don't feel like I'm just going to start cleaning the house with no time and your subconscious is going to think, oh God, when are we going to finish this? We're probably not going to finish anytime soon to relax. No, this is timed. So your subconscious knows, okay, we'll be done in an hour, we'll be done in half an hour, we'll be done in 10 minutes, whatever time you set. So we're good to go. And, psychologically, you are like up for it. You know that, okay, I'm going to do this. And then again, you also know that by the time that 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever comes, you are definitely sure to have gotten certain things done. So if you start this and you find that some days you're not able to keep on top of it, please do not be hard on yourself. If you use any strategies that I have not talked about in the videos today, or if you're already using the strategies that I've talked about, please leave me a comment. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for?